The Tertiary Education Trust Fund TETFund says it has executed 152,838 projects in public universities and other beneficiary institutions in the last 10 years. Executive Secretary of the fund disclosed this at an event to mark TETFund's 10th anniversary in Abuja. He said the projects included lecture theatres, classrooms, hostels, offices, road networks, laboratories, and fencing in some institutions in different parts of the country. The Executive Secretary also disclosed that TETFund had continued to play a significant role in COVID-19 research in the country and drug development in general.
The Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, TETFund has over the past decade provided massive support to our beneficiary institutions in Nigeria in the area of construction of physical infrastructure, physical projects rather. It is estimated that a total of 152,838 infrastructural projects have been carried out across these institutions. These projects include lecture theatres, classrooms, hostels, offices, road networks, laboratories, and fencing in some institutions as the need arose in different parts of the country. In a conscious effort to support the capacity of lecturers in public tertiary educational institutions, the fund increased the academic staff training and development program. To date, the fund has sponsored close to 30,000 lecturers for master's and PhD programs in both local and foreign institutions. Still, in a bid to boost human capacity in our institutions, the fund has sponsored over 68,000 academic and non-academic staff of public tertiary institutions to attend local and overseas conferences. So far, the fund has supported over 71,000 lecturers under its teachers' supervision program. Considering the vital role that libraries play in educational institutions, TETFund has also allocated substantial funds to public, federal, and state tertiary institutions for the acquisition of library books, e-library resources, and academic manuscript development to books in order to promote and support research, teaching, and learning. So far, the fund has procured over 2 million books for use in our libraries, 152,844 e-resources, and 380,778 equipment and furniture distributed across public tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is important to note that TETFund has been playing a significant role in COVID-19 research in the country upon the directive of Mr. President through the Honorable Minister of Education, and drug development in general in partnership with research institutes in the country. Let me say this, that the number of molecular laboratories in our teaching hospital and colleges of medicine in Nigeria, colleges of health sciences as otherwise called, in other universities, a significant number were provided by TETFund.
In his remarks, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, commended TETFund for the impact made since inception, while calling on other agencies of government to emulate the fund.
I want to heartily congratulate TETFund for the tremendous achievements it has recorded in the last 10 years in changing the physical landscape of our tertiary institutions, and more importantly, developing the manpower, the capacity in our teaching and learning environments across the entire tertiary education system in this country. The numbers and the figures which have been shared with you are indeed worthy of celebration. So as TETFund continues to transform itself, to set higher targets, to rejig its processes and systems, identifying new areas of focus in research, for example, in leveraging on technology to improve delivery of curricula, in enhancing its relevance to the immediate environment And again, we must congratulate TETFund for taking the lead with your molecular laboratories in the advent of COVID and how testing was boosted in this country thanks to the contributions of TETFund and others. I believe it goes without saying that such an organization that had made such impact in a short period demands the type of respect, the type of recognition, the type of appreciation that the entire country has come to accord to TETFund.
Similarly, Governor Abubakar Bugudu of Kebbi said the achievements of TETFund were unmatched.
Fund has done very well. In fact, if one is just scoring TETFund in terms of value for money, I'm sure it will be very, very difficult to score them less than 10, because their judicious use of funds have ensured that TETFund is respected by all stakeholders in the polity, from academic staff union to students to university administrators to social commentators, critics, and managers of our educational institution, political office holders, National Assembly. And this is no doubt an evidence of the performance of the Tertiary Education Fund. So I congratulate the chairman and the board of trustees for achieving this feat and celebrating 10 years of TETFund's existence.
High point of the event was the unveiling of Impact Assessment Report and award presentation to deserving partners.